I'll be honest, I'm coming hot off of the end of Traitors. This season was great. I had a great time watching it. You didn't watch it, did you?
I watched some of it. Homeboy from Florida one, the dude that be picking up, and he was on Snakes, and that was on Love Island, right?
Rob.
Yeah. Okay, that's what his name. Rob.
Boy in overalls all the time.
I did watch the last episode.
Overalls, no shirt.
I watched the last episode.
Wait, what? You just watched the last episode?
Oh, I've watched multiple episodes. I'm a fan of the show, but I'm not committed.
I had a Traitors chat. I was watching it weekly.
No. So like I'm like I see it on and I watch it and it's in the background. But then when somebody was like it's the finale, I'm like, let me watch this.
You guys will check it out.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
He did Eric wrong, but hey, I get it. It's Traitors. Do it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's Traitors. It's the show called. So
the thing I thought was funny is in the show he's like, I'm trying to do what's right. It's like, okay, you also doing it for the money.
Clearly, because if you were doing it right, you would have left Eric alone. Y'all won. You guys were there.
Yeah, I think the thing that it really got me thinking about is how much social media output came out of Traitors. And speaking of Love Island, I think Love Island USA had a similar ballooning moment where I couldn't escape it in some ways. Like, it was across all social media platforms in terms of the memes that were happening, and also that all the stars were shooting their own content and putting it out. And they were engaging with fans, and fans were putting up theories and analyzing all the little details and even like the props and the other thing. And there was like Reddit threads and like regular threads and people on Twitter. So it brings up a question of, we've seen TV be discussed on social media for years at this point, but are we reaching kind of a new inflection point for how social media gets used by these stars and by these TV shows?
Oh, I definitely think we're at a new page. As you said, like seeing the people that were on the shows actually see the cuts for the first time too, and be able to give their opinion on it, how the cut was of them with the live audience that were able to have that conversation. I think adds a whole nother dynamic. It's like honestly breaking the fourth wall.
It 100% is. I would say, again, deep in Traitors, Mark, Kristen, who were on the show for a really long time, kept putting out like little reaction videos after every episode dropped, and like honestly like really funny things that I'd never heard of these people before this right now. And because Traitors is almost like a Avengers moment of reality TV where they bring like some people from Housewives, some people from like Survivor, Kristen was from Top Chef, a couple figure skaters, Love Island stars. It kind of mixes all the fandoms into one pot. And now I'm seeing content from Housewives and people who follow Housewives, which is a huge Bravo brand.
Shout out to Kiana. She always brings up Housewives.
Kiana loves Housewives. We love you, Kiana. We hear you. I have a lot of friends that also watch Housewives.
Yeah.
But now they're seeing people from Love Island, and we're all seeing people from Survivor. And this is Survivor's 50th season. Survivor is also like bringing back a bunch of people who've been on Survivor in the past and bringing people in from other places. So I think there is like this kind of Avengers Marvelization of reality TV is creating a ripple across social media.
You know who I want to give a shout out to, low key, that started this, but nobody like paid attention because MTV went to crap. But the Rules and everybody, they were on that, and there was a conversation once they started bringing other people from Big Brother and shows that started having. They did not have the huge effect as like Traitors or Love Island USA, but I think because they weren't on the station that had that. But like that conversation was already happening, and people were like on social, like happy to hear once somebody got kicked off, what were their thoughts of being in the house and everything. Yeah. It's just interesting to see this like full circle as you know. Like I'm even getting involved, like as I wasn't a big fan of Traitors, but because I watched a couple episodes of Traitors and have friends that are like in other different spaces, I've seen it on my stories. I'm like, oh, what is this? And now I'm in this conversation. I'm like, I don't even watch this show.
But you have picked it up. I feel the same thing happened with Love Island USA, where across like Twitter and Reddit, like fans had so many theories and so many opinions, and almost this real parasocial like relationship with these people who almost feel like characters at this point, but are real people.
Real people, real lives. It definitely got out of hand with Love Island USA.
It's still going on.
I know. I've made sure to put things on mute because I was like, no more.
Yeah.
I wasn't even that invested from the get-go, but like, you like a couple of things now, the algorithm switches and everything. Yeah.
I think people used to go on some of these shows to become influencers, but I think the shows are now actually maybe taking influencers and now turning them into their own product for TV.
I'm not the biggest fan of. I still like that regular people should be able to be on shows, and it not should be just a handful of influencers because, as you know, we've been looking up things like influencers are becoming mini celebrities. So it's just like having a celebrity all-star team of when you had a show. It's like I still like the regular person that's from Nebraska. I mean, I think that's why I love Big Brother.
And also next season of Traitors will be all regular.
I did see that. People. You'll sign up?
I sent in a video.
You sent in a video already?
Yeah, I already submitted a video.
Hey, man.
We'll see.
Get my boy on Traitors.
I submitted this is a separate comment, but I just said like, hey, we need more drag queens and queer people on Traitors. That was mainly my video.
Okay. Shout out to that.
And I'm putting it out here now. We need more drag queens on Traitors. I want more drama.
Sounds good. I hope you would not be a traitor if you're on Traitors. Because
here's the thing. Everyone in my life always thinks I'm a traitor.
That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't. I feel like you would go a little quicker than if you weren't.
I'm generally not a traitor or the murderer or the secret bad guy.
I know,
in a
but
gang.
if you're I feel like if you get in Traitors and they put you as a traitor, you're for sure the first one I voted out.
Here's the thing.
100%.
I think I'd be voted out first anyway. But
I don't think so. I think you got some. You can make it if you're not a traitor.
I don't know. We'll see. But I think that it'll be interesting to see how Traitors works and what the social media machine for that looks like.
We're regular
when it's not like celebrities and influencers and people with a following.
So you know what I think there was
already coming in. Go ahead.
I think they're going to have the people that have past played be the influencers because some of them are already about like how the game is going.
Yeah,
kind of giving that dialogue.
I think it brings up an interesting question of like what is in some of these contracts. Of whether there is an obligation. I know there's an obligation to not spoil anything, but I wonder if there is obligations for these reality shows to be active on social media.
Definitely.
To help fuel these fires.
I 100% believe there is. Like, social media is where everyone's at. It's where the conversation is at for anything. I think you have to put it in a contract that you have to do a few posts, you gotta engage. And
I think people are more than willing to.
Especially when you start picking up influencers. Mm-hmm. That's the whole point. You put them up.
You're like, we put you on here to get us eyes.
Yeah.
Do the work.